I'm down at Casey Marketown to talk to the people at Canberra City Health Network to find out about the allied health services that they provide to the Guncarlin community. So we're going to go inside now and have a chat with Noel. So I'm here with Noel from Canberra City Health Network to find out more about the services they offer here down at Casey Marketown. So what are the health services you offer here?
Okay, well we have quite a large team of osteopaths, physiotherapists, massage therapists. We have an exercise physiologist, and we also have a clinical psychologist.
And this is the second branch you guys have in Canberra.
Yes.
So how long has Canberra City Health Network been in Canberra?
Well, Canberra City Health Network was originally Canberra City Osteopathy.
Yep.
So it started as an osteopathic practice that was sort of set up by Dr. BJ Field in the city around the early 2000s.
Okay.
And then maybe about sort of 7-8 years ago now, that moved to the current premises, which is upstairs in the Melbourne building. And then when we decided to branch out and have a second location here in Casey, instead of just a osteopathic practice, we'd kind of grown and evolved to include physios and massage, and we were looking at taking on other people. So we became a lot more than osteopathy.
Yeah.
So then we became Canberra City Health Network, and
Okay.
we've been open here about 6 months now out here in Casey.
Great. All right. Let's find out some more about the different services you offer.
Yep. Yeah, okay, so I'm an osteopath. I've been an osteopath for about sort of 10 years, and probably a day doesn't go by where I'm not asked what osteopathy is. But osteopaths are sort of university trained, government regulated primary healthcare contacts. So we're manual physicians, so we treat predominantly musculoskeletal injuries using lots of hands-on techniques. So we massage, we articulate, sometimes we manipulate, then we've got sort of quite gentle techniques. So there's a whole range of techniques that we use, and treatment is, I guess, decided on sort of whoever walks in the door. A lot of people describe osteopathy as quite sort of holistic. So we never want to just focus on the sore bit. We always want to look at the whole body and see that the back pain might actually be coming from a dodgy knee.
Okay.
So if we don't treat the knee, then the back pain's probably not going to go away. So we always want to, I guess, have a whole body view and sort of go from there.
Do people need a referral from a GP to come see you?
No, that's another question that we get asked sort of quite often, but the answer is no. We treat people sort of off the street. There's no referral needed basically to access any of our services here.
Okay, excellent. Well, let's have a look around the facility and see the treatment rooms.
That's fantastic.
All right, so this is your treatment room.
Yep.
So it's just like a massage room or a...
Yep. Yeah. So every room in either of our clinics will have obviously a treatment table with sort of plenty of fresh linen. Both clinics we have our own sort of laundry on site because we obviously go through quite a few towels. The patient will walk in and take a seat, and we do all our notes on the computer. We sort of run through quite a detailed sort of case history, so we know exactly what's going on in regard to the history of the complaint, but also their sort of previous history. We want to know about the car accident they had 15 years ago and that kind of thing. Every room sort of has a sink that you can't see from here, but this is pretty much it. The rooms out here in Casey, we're quite lucky, they're a lot bigger than the ones in the city, but generally speaking they all look pretty similar. Yep.
So we've got a bit of a spine going on here, so you can do some work on people if they've got some back pain or back injury.
Exactly. And we like having as many kind of visual aids as possible, little shoulder models, knee models, that kind of thing, because it definitely helps to explain to patients what's going on in their body. You find that the more they understand about sort of what's going on, then the more they'll sort of take on. And I'll often explain that like everyone sort of has curves in their back. It's extremely common for someone's curves to be flatter than usual, or more increased than usual. It's extremely common for one pelvis to be sort of higher than the other, and then if one hip is higher than the other, then that'll sort of cause an imbalance across the bottom, which they'll then compensate for up top. So a lot of the times, it's a way of explaining to patients that issues down here can affect up here. We get a lot of desk workers that walk in with headaches, but the reason that their headaches keep coming back is probably because of something going on down the bottom. So I think that the more that patients are educated about what's going on in their body, and the more they understand, and the more likely they are to take the steps to help themselves, really. And that's the more proactive a patient can be in their own health, and the less they have to come and see people like us, and the quicker they're going to get better as well.
Makes sense.
That our physio would probably tend to use more on a daily basis. So, again, a few models that we were sort of talking about before. There's one of the knees, but we've sort of got a collection of equipment scattered around the clinic, whether they're steps or balls or trampolines, that predominantly the physiotherapist or the exercise physiologist will use either to prescribe some sort of exercise prescription or rehab management for patients, or sometimes actually getting the patient to sort of do some light exercise during the treatment itself, just to either assess or to sort of demonstrate some exercises that they can then take home and go from there.
Okay.
We also have the physiotherapists tend to use a real-time ultrasound machine, which we've got one of those that kind of lives between both clinics, but that's something that when they're running through sort of core strengthening, core stability type work, sort of Pilates type exercises, they can actually use the ultrasound machine on the patient so that the practitioner and the patient can see on the screen whether the correct muscles are being engaged.
Yeah,
so
wow.
that's a really good tool that the both the physios and the exercise physiologists use to make sure that the patients are doing the exercises sort of the right way.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, so quite a range of services on offer here, which is fantastic. How can people get in touch, make bookings, things like that?
Yeah. So we've got the one phone number, which is 62470733. Whenever that number is called, both phones in both practices ring. So even if someone wants an appointment in Casey and someone in the city answers, then it's all the same system in front of them. So it's that's probably maybe not the easiest way, but that's a way at sort of maybe getting some more information if anyone has any more questions. Otherwise, we do have a website with online booking, so a lot of people these days like to kind of make their appointments themselves, and so they've got that ability as well.
And appointments are available on weekends?
Yes, yeah. So both clinics are open for a half day on Saturdays. In the city, we've got the osteos, the physios, the massage, and the EP available. Out in Casey, so far it's just massage and EP, but hopefully soon we're going to have a clinical psychologist starting, and they might start doing the sort of the Saturdays as well.
Okay.
But on top of sort of those services, we also have hydrotherapy and clinical Pilates sort of classes. So we can probably have a look at the clinical Pilates room, but they're run by the sort of physios and the exercise physiologists as well.
All right, well, let's check out the Pilates.
Yeah, cool.
So we're now in the clinical Pilates room, and what's the difference between normal Pilates and clinical Pilates?
Yeah, okay. Well, what makes sort of clinical Pilates different is that each individual person has their own sort of tailored program, and usually that's to either like work around a specific injury. Say like we get a lot of people with sort of lower back complaints, and poor core stability and that kind of thing might tend to be a predominant maintaining or aggravating factor for their back. So clinical Pilates is something that we encourage for them, but if they were to just rock up to a normal Pilates class and be one of sort of 30 people with the one instructor, they might not get the attention that they need, and they might actually do exercises that might not be the best for them.
Yeah, okay.
So clinical Pilates is just tailored to the individual. So Patrick, our exercise physiologist, runs these classes, and usually there's a maximum of say 4, 5, 6 people in each class, so everyone gets the right guidance. So we'll set up maybe 4, 5 people in here, and then also in the city we sort of have classes there, and they're usually sort of either at the start or the end of the day, but they're quite sort of flexible. Okay, well, thank you very much for that. So if you're out there and you have a niggling pain or injury, get in touch with these guys, because prevention is better than a cure. Exactly.
So check them out on their website and also Facebook. Give them a call.
Cool.
Thanks, Noel.
Thanks, buddy.